What we wanted to share with you this morning is, as you guys know, Joe has been with us for 6 years. And that is a long...
5.5.
Five
and a half. Don't make me sound older than I have to be.
Yeah, because you're really old, Joe. But Joe has been just an integral part of every step that we've ever done here at Three Timbers. But God has chosen Joe and called Joe to do some unique things. And maybe you could just share, Joe, about your schooling and kind of what you're working towards.
Sure. Before I came to Three Timbers, I was working for a nonprofit counseling organization called Fresh Start. And before that, I was working for a church. And before that, I was working for another church. And I've been doing ministry for about 14 years now. And for me, a big part of ministry has always been counseling and working with people in a ministry setting. I've always seen those as parallel tracks. So I've always had a lifelong goal of becoming more and more equipped to help people in the counseling field. And for the last 2 years, I've been pursuing that professionally by working on a master's degree in clinical counseling. Those degrees, they're really long. They should definitely tell you that before you sign up, but they are really long, and I still have about another year to go as I continue forward. My ultimate goal is to try to become a licensed therapist and to try to get into that world. I really believe if you're going to step into life with somebody in such a vulnerable area of their life, you need to be fully credentialed and equipped to help them. And I think the only way you can do that is by being professionally trained. Yeah. So that's what I've been working on, and that's what I'm trying to work towards.
And any of you that have had any time to spend with Joe, you know what a wonderful guy he is and how he is a very phenomenal listener and really gives out great wisdom. And so Joe kind of came to me last fall and just said, look, I kind of feel like, I need to kind of make a change here. And we understood that. But we also felt that God wasn't done yet with Joe at Three Timbers. And so our leadership team took some time to pray and to talk. And so we're really excited to kind of share with you that Joe is going to be transitioning to a new position within Three Timbers. He is going to be our care and community pastor, where Joe is going to take care of a lot of things. He's going to take care of our online greeting and greeters. He's going to take care of volunteers and life groups. He's going to continue on with, I'd say, the award-winning podcast. Can we say award-winning?
No.
We can't say that? Okay.
You can't say that until you win an award. I mean, somebody want to give us an award?
Give us an award so we can say award-winning.
Somebody just make something up.
Yeah, something to make it up. With the podcast, with the announcements, and he's still going to be with us along with Afton on Sunday mornings. So we're really excited that Joe's going to be with us still in a part-time capacity as he continues to pursue his degree. Now he's going to transition in June. So that's great news. That Joe's not going anywhere from his current position until June. He'll start this new position in June. And so what we are doing as a session is we are going to start our search for our new youth person starting tomorrow. And so we're excited. We've approved a job description. We can't wait to see who God will raise up to continue on and loving our kids. We've also got everything in place for our youth trips this summer. Mr. Garrett and Miss Lauren are going to lead our trips for middle school and high school. So nothing will be interrupted for any of our children or any of our youth ministry. Joe is going to be here. Our hope and our prayer is that God would raise up that person. There can be a nice crossing where Joe and this person could be together for a short season so the transition can be there for the kids. One of the things that we've always done at Three Timbers is whenever God has called us to hire a person, we always make sure that people affected by that ministry are involved. So our high school and our middle school kids are going to be involved in choosing who this next person is. So we're really going to need all of our youth to be involved and all of those kids to help us out. So again, we're sad to see Joe transition from that position, but know that God's chosen him for something. Grateful that he's going to be with us through June and then stay on in a new capacity.
Yeah, and I just really want to thank the leadership here at Three Timbers Church. You guys, well, thank you very much. I want to thank you guys for clapping as well. Thank you. Now, but I truly want to thank the leadership at Three Timbers Church. We've been working internally for months on how this transition was going to look. I honestly had no expectation of sticking around because I didn't think there was going to be a position available, and there was no, quid pro quo that just because I was going to leave, you guys should throw me a bone or something like that. That's not how this goes at all. So we've been very blessed and humbled by the graciousness of this church. I truly want to see this church thrive and rebuild itself after COVID. The reality is this has been a tumultuous year for all of us. And we need to start rebuilding the walls, rebuilding the temple, just like Jeff was talking about today with Zerubbabel. So I want to be a part of that, and that's what the community care role is going to be focused on, and I can't wait to step into it.
Yeah. So we're real excited. We wanted to share that with you. We've already told the high school kids, the middle school kids, their parents. So this is kind of the culmination of a week of communication. This video is going to go out in an email, so we really wanted to make sure that everybody was aware they could hear from Joe directly. If you have any questions or anything, please feel free to contact Joe, myself, or any of the elders. But we're really grateful that Joe's still going to be with us and excited with whom God is going to raise up to be our next youth leader. Amen?